we have seen all sort of circuits. Like we have seen some basic gates, Boolean algebra, and we have got some output. Like if we decide to have something, like if we have something on our mind, say anything, like if you want to execute any operation, first what we do is we express that in statements. Then we pose a design problem. We make the inputs and outputs. Okay, we decide how many inputs are required, how many outputs will be desired, and then we formulate such problem, and then we design the circuit. That's the usual thing. Circuits which we have seen so far are called as combinational circuits. Okay, meaning the output, the immediate output of those circuits were dependent on the immediate inputs which were available at that time. Say for example, if it's an AND gate or an OR gate or any combination of the logic gates, the output at that time, okay, at the current time, is dependent on the inputs at that current time. So I am emphasizing that current time or current output is because there exists another kind of circuits which depends not only on the current inputs but also on the circuit behavior which was there in the past. Say for example, you have say while you are sharing the data with your friend. Now, it may happen that you continuously take on sharing the data. Say, for example, you need to share two songs with your friend. Once that the data transfer has okay, it should inform that complete. That means there should be some kind of feedback which should be available from the output to the input saying that the data transfer has been done and you may now seize the channel and so on. So what is happening here? And there is a feedback path which is available. Now, and also there is a timing constraint. I mean, once the data has been transferred, that time has been passed. And after that time instant, we are triggering the source saying that you will seize the channel now. Now, such kind of circuits are called as sequential circuits, okay, which we are now going to see. So the circuits now we are going to see will have memory. Okay. Earlier the circuits which we have seen so far were not having memory. Okay, they were having they were the output will completely dependent on the current values of the inputs, right? So now there is a complete class of circuits which has some memories. So let's begin. So what we call as a sequential circuits. So today's the 7th, right? So what I'm saying is the circuits, the digital circuits are basically classified into two types. These are called as combinational, just because the output is dependent on various combinations of the inputs, called as combinational circuits. And the sequential circuits. The combinational circuits are one, you already are familiar with those circuits, where the output depends solely on the input or only on the current inputs. Or the values of current inputs. Here, the output not only depends on current input, also on, as I said, also on the past behavior. The past, whenever I am saying past, you must have some memory to recall those things, right? So there's a past, on the past behavior, I can say. So that is a general word, or the past outputs or past inputs, maybe anything. Past behavior of the circuit. So in this, so there is a memory involved here, right? So there is no memory involved here. That means there is no pass value, so no memory involved here. There is a memory involvement here. Okay. There is no feedback, okay, which is available. As I said, not necessarily there will be no feedback mechanism which would be available. Feedback is nothing but a mechanism through which output data is sampled and given back to the input. Okay, so there is no such mechanism, isn't it? We have seen the circuits which we have seen so far. We are having some inputs and we were having some output directly. Okay, there was no feedback from the output. There was no controlling feedback mechanism. But say for example, if you want to share the data, there should be some feedback mechanism. Otherwise, what would happen? It will simply share the data and it may be hazard for security also. No? See, for example, the channel is open and source is sending the data. There is a security issue there. I mean, if it is going on sending, it is simply bombarding the data. Anyone can receive that. Okay, unless and otherwise there is some encryption mechanism involved there. I'm assuming that there is no encryption mechanism involved. Unless and otherwise you are saying that this, if the source has not been informed, there is wastage of power. There is wastage of data transfer. Everything is wasted. So there is no feedback, but the circuits which we have seen so far, we're not having any kind of feedback. But with the memories, we have feedback mechanisms, right? There's a feedback there. So there's no feedback. And so on. Okay, so feedback is there. Now, as for practical circuit implementation, these are the circuits which are of most interest. Okay, although I mean the sequential circuits are actually formed out of combinational circuits only. So if you see a big picture of this sequential, why this is called a sequential, it depends on the time sequences also. That depends on the sequence in which the inputs are coming and all. That's why they are called as sequential circuits. So if you see a big picture, the circuits which we have seen so far, we're having some kind of combination of logic gates. So this is I will simply write combinational circuit. So we have inputs, lot of inputs. I may draw like this, inputs, and there were some set of outputs. Okay, not necessarily be one. But when we have a sequential circuit, we have one more element, which is a memory involved there, right? So I'll draw a memory, and the outputs are sampled, given to the memory. It will be saved there, and this may be used further, which will be given as feedback to the input, and this output, right? The current output values will be dependent on the current inputs and the past behavior of this inputs, isn't it? Past behavior of the circuit itself, right? It may be input, it may be output, right? So this is a big picture of any sequential circuit. So sequential circuits. Now, let's emphasize this. Okay, this element. Okay, what is so different than the combinational circuit here? It's the only memory part which is different, right? So let's concentrate on this part, memory. So let's concentrate this part. So say for example, if I need to remember anything, you might have done experiments in your lab. Okay, whenever you are giving inputs, like you might have played a lot with those switches, right? Push button switches. When you press them, some output will go, LED will glow or LED won't glow, and as soon as you release, that is gone. Okay, it's not stored anywhere. So what would be the simplest form of memory? Say for example, if I'm having a logic, okay, 1 or 0, and if I want it to be locked, the simplest possible memory element would have some kind of inverters fed back to back, or I may draw 2 inverters in sequence, and I may complete that loop. So there is a feedback involved there. Okay, so what will happen? If it is 1, it will be 0 0 and again back to 1, and
it will keep on shuttling between zeros and one. But if I'm assuming that this, if I'm assuming that at this terminal, let's say A, if the value is 0, this will be B equal to 1, and again the value A will be 0. I mean, the values of A and B will be retained. Okay, the values of A and B will be retained, isn't it? Why not one inverter? Because if you simply take one inverter, what will happen? It will keep on shuttling. I mean, the value is not safe. Though values is 0 or 1. I mean, that's why minimum requirement is to have two inverters back to back, so as to form, so that at least one bit can be saved, isn't it? So this can be very rudimentary or very crude form to have a memory element. So this is like a very simple memory cell. See, why I'm focusing on this memory element is just because this is the which differentiates the sequential circuits with the combinational circuits, right? So this won't do the job, this may do the job, but there is some limitation there. Say for example A is 0, okay, A will be saved. Say what if I need to change the data, okay? There's no provision to give any input. I mean, this is like closed form circuit. There's no provision to give any input or reset the value, or it will be very bad to directly shut it to the ground. Okay, they directly connect this to ground. What will happen? I mean, this circuit will be, there will be some transitions involved, 1 to 0, 0 and 1, and we don't want that. We need to have a very clean mechanism to give the data to the input, and it will get saved somehow. Now, see, I'm saying that this is not the only way to form a memory circuit. We may use some logic gates which we are already aware of to form some kind of such feedback mechanism. So another simple would be, another simple mechanism would be by making use of this OR gates. So I'm having a OR or NOR. I'm using this NOR just because they are NAND and NOR are universal gates, and I'm using this mechanism something like this. Now, don't panic. This is very simple circuit. I'll explain. This is usually they named it as various books name various names. So let's not give any name. Okay, let's or some variables. Let's give some variable names. Okay, I'll tell you the meaning of them. Now, what I'm doing is, there is a feedback part involved. Now, what I'm doing is, I'm having two NOR gates, okay, and there is a feedback involved here. S and R, are some kind of inputs which are provided. Assume that we don't have, now see why these two inputs are given is just to serve some purpose. See, what was the limitation of this circuit? This limitation was we were not able to give the inputs. Assume that we are giving input to this terminal as, say for example, it is 0. So let's write all the combinations of the inputs. Let it be 0 and 1, okay, time being. So I'm not considering any value of R time being. What if S is 0? Now, first of all, this NOR gate 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay. What is the truth table for this NOR gate? This will be 1, and then rest of them will be 0, right? So this is A, B, and A NOR, right? So A, B, count. Say one of the inputs, okay, just consider here, okay, just consider here. This is very important. So if one of the inputs is 0, what is the output here? It will be complemented, isn't it? So it will be B bar here. So if this is 1, S is 0, if this is 0, the output here, now let it be output, okay, the output I am representing with Q. This Q, okay, which is also present here, will be simply Q bar. Is that okay? Now R, we are having again two combinations. So R may be 0 or 1 there. So assume that we are not giving any, just because two gates are involved here. Okay, so R may be again 0 or 1. Assume that it is 0. So let me have all 4 combinations of this 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So if both of them are 0, now what happens when it is 0? Again it will be complement of that, and Q will be here. So this Q is being saved, isn't it? So this kind of a memory mechanism. So as long as the power to the IC is there, it can very well save 1 bit, isn't it? 1 bit of information you can see, isn't it? So what is the advantage here? We can provide the input from the S terminal, isn't it? We can provide the input from the S terminal. So what is the output here? So when S is 0, R is 0. So whatever the output is, it will be retained, right? So there will be no change in the output. So I'll write the no change here. So the Q and what if S is 0 but R is 1? What happens? When 0 1 is there, okay, any combinations of 0 1 or 1 0 is there, what is the output? Output will always be 0, isn't it? I mean, no matter if this previous state is 0 or 1, output will always be 0, just because this either this one input is always 0, right? The one input is always 0, okay, so output is going to be 0 always, doesn't matter what is the state of the Q, isn't it? Assume that the Q is 1 or 0. I mean, say for example it is, now this is now let me write R as 1 here. Either it is 0, if it is 0 here, okay, if let's take one by one. Okay, so S is, let me draw this nicely, so proper. Yeah, so let's consider this case 0 1 here. So I'm having 0 here, 1 there. Now this Q, as it will come here, okay, oh sorry, not Q bar, it is Q. This output will always be 0, okay. Now as it will be 0 here, okay, 0 1, again the output will be 0 here, right? So it will go on, as one input is 0, it will retain the 0 value, right? So the output will be always 0, isn't it? In this state, output will always be 0. Are you getting this? Are you all getting this? So here the output will be 0. Consider the case 1 0 here. See, in the sequential circuit, you have to be very careful while dealing with those sequences. It depends on what is the current value of the output. So therefore, I'm generalizing the fact that let the output be Q. Okay, it may be 0 or it may be 1. Okay. So let's consider this case 1 0. What happens if it is 1 0, 1 and 0 there? If it is 1, the output is guaranteed to be 0 of this gate, this NOR gate, isn't it? So here it will be always 0. Just consider on the green notations. Okay. So here it is always 0. So 0 0 it becomes 1 here always, isn't it? So here the output will be 1 always. So that means if it is 1 0 combination, the output will be 1. Okay, is it okay? Now what I'm saying is this constant on this part, these two parts. Assume that it is a data which is which we mean to save, or a bit which we mean to save, and if it is 0, the output is 0. If it is 1, it is 1. Okay, it will constant. See, it doesn't matter what the state of the R is, it will constantly maintain the values of 0 and 1, isn't it? So it's kind of a memory cell, simplest possible memory cell using the NOR. Is this okay? Now constant is very important thing here. Now having known this, let me rub this just because it may create some confusion. Alright, so I'm slightly modifying this circuit. Okay, now this is like we are well convinced. I'm not taking this this state. Okay, I'm deliberately not taking this state. Okay, so let's rearrange this circuit in some fashion. Okay? Okay, let's rearrange this circuit in some fashion. So I'm redrawing this circuit. I'm redrawing this circuit in this way. Now you remember that in the combinational circuits, we assume that the inputs are available both in the complemented and uncomplemented. So as to make that provision, I'm simply modifying that circuit. So what I'm doing is, I'm not doing any changes to the circuit. I'm simply taking some terminals out of them. So this is a S, which was same SR. Just make sure this circuit is same Q, and I'm taking an extra terminal out from the first the first NOR gate. Okay, that is Q bar. I'm simply naming it, or let it be A and B. Okay, if you are getting confused, I'm simply naming it as Q bar, or avoid confusion, let it be a QA and QB there. Is that okay? Is that the same circuit which we have seen? Okay. So what is the changes that I have made so as to make a provision that the complemented and uncomplemented form should be available. I'm simply taking, now I don't know what would be the state here. Okay, we'll analyze that. Let's assume that I've simply taken a terminal out of the first NOR gate, isn't it? Now let's look at this circuit again. Let's have clean mechanism. Let's say it is 0 0 there. What happens? Now this output will be, you tell me. Now it depends on, here it is Q bar, QB here, it is QA here. Okay, when it is 0 0, what happens? Let the output be QA, QB, let it be S, R, 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. When it is 0, what happens now? This 1 1. This is the NOR gate, so it will be okay. So this is A or B, bar. This is AB. When one of the input is 0, it will always complement, right? So Q bar the complement, I can say. So I'll simply write those. Now I can replace these variables, right? Now the QA will be complement of QB and so on. So I'm simply now replacing those variables as QA and Q bar, or sorry, as Q and Q bar. Is that okay? So if it is Q bar here, what happens? It will be Q, and if it is Q, it will be Q bar, and so on, isn't it? So this is and Q. So the state will be retained. States will be retained. So I'll say there's no change here. No change in the sense, if it is 0, it will be 1 here. If it is 1, it will be 0 here. Okay, it should be very clear. What if it is 0 1? Let's consider another one. So S is 0. It is 1 here. What happens here? If one of the input, now this will always give the what is the output here? You tell me. If it is 0, the one of the input is 0, right? So the output is here. No, it is 0 1 here, right? So if one of the input of the NOR gate is always 0, what happens? Output is always 0 here, right? It will travel here. What if the this is one input, okay, 1, the output is always going to be 0 here, right? So if 1 0 is there, right? 1 0. What if 1 0 is there? 1 0. The output is again 0. What is happening here? What is happening here? See, let's take sequence by sequence. Okay. Let's take it 0 0 initially. What happens? The output state will be retained. What if I'm changing if I'm changing 0 1 here, I'll previous वाला जो output है मुझे delete करने दो, तो और let me delete all this. Yeah, so S is 0 here, this is 1 here. What is the output here, you tell me? First take gate by gate, okay, let's go gate by gate, one gate at a time. What is the output here? If it is, yeah, it will be 0 here. This, what is the output here? Will always be 1. Will those state be retained? When it is 1 1, no, how it is unstable? See, okay, so if you know the things, okay, you should be careful, very careful. See here, when it is 1, okay, when the input is 1, one of the input is always 1, the output is always 0. When this 0 is there, this is always 0, right? Here it's always 0. So output is always a complement of the another input. It was 0 here, it will be always the complement of that will be 1. Is that okay? I mean, abhi tak bolo, okay? So this output, is this maintained? So if it is 0 1 here, it will be 0 1 there, and so on. So when it is 0 1, the output, the Q will be 0, Q bar will be 1. Is that okay? Yeah? Now, let's take another case 1 0. Let me rub this. S is 1, S is 1 and R is 0. You consider, now when R is 0, okay, one of the input is always 0, okay, it will be complement of that. So let's consider one of the input is 1. When one of the input is always 1, output will be always 0. Let's write 0 here. When 0 will be traveled here, okay, when one of the input is 0, it will always be a complement of the another input, right? So that will be 1. Is that okay? Is that okay now? Yeah. So when S is 1, R is 0, Q is 1, Q bar is 0. Is that okay? Is 1. Okay. So it's the same circuit which we have seen, in the previous slide. When it is 0 1, it will be remaining as 0 1. It is 1 0, it will be remaining 1 0. So what's the beauty about this? Beauty is it will save the value. It will always save the value. Okay. When it is, when we need 0 to be saved, okay, will always appear at the output. This is the output actually, not a complement of that. You may appreciate why I'm putting Q bar there. Okay, just because we desire. Okay, see, if I want to save any bit of information, as I said, the bit information practically exists in both of the forms, uncomplemented and complemented form. So to make that provision, I'm taking a terminal out of this. If I want 0 to be saved, it will be saved 0, and also the complemented form will be available. Same thing with the bit 1. Okay, 1 will be saved and also the complement of that will be available. Now the case is there when an interesting case happens when both of the input is 1. Let's see what happens there. 0 0. Okay. When it is 0 0, okay, both of the input, if one of the input is 0 0, you check here, okay, if one of the input is always 0, the output is always a complement of that, right? It's always a complement of that. So, you take a complement of this, say, let me rub this. Yeah, you take now it depends on what, say, now this is the data, right? S is the data. Now, when it is 0, it will be always a complement of whatever the state it may be. Now, it is a Q, let it be Q, okay. It will always be a complement of that is Q bar. It is Q bar there, it will always be complement of that is Q. So, it doesn't matter Q is 0 or 1, it will always give, this fashion. I mean, the states will be remained as it is, doesn't matter what is the earlier value of Q. Now, if you are really getting confused between the Q, you take some values of Q, let it be 0, let the 0 come here. If it is 0 0, it will be 1 here, okay, 1 come, 1 here, 0 1, when it is 0 1, it will be 0. When again back 0 0 1 1 0, and it will be, this 0 1 state will be retained as it is, okay, just because the Q we have already set at 0. Assume that the Q is 1, same thing would happen. I mean, this Q1 will be traveled here, just creating a lot of, let me mark with this yellow one. If assume that Q is 1, the q equal to 1 will appear here. So 0, 1, it will be a complement of that. So it will be 0 here. 0 will travel here, and again, the complement of that will be 1. So the previous state, whatever it is, q, okay, that will be maintained. Doesn't matter it is 0 or 1. But when it is 0, 1, this SR is 0, 1, it will always give 0, 1. When it is 1, 0, it will always give 1, 0. Is it understood? I mean, this is very important. Yes, please. We assume that there is some output. We assume that just because we can't keep it floating, we assume that there is some kind of output. See, it's a memory. When it's a memory, okay, we assume that there is 0 or 1. Okay, we make sure that the inputs are not floating. Okay, the assumption is the inputs are not floating. So, even if it is kept floating, okay, you might have seen in your in your lab that it will give some output, isn't it? I've also given you as a homework to find it out in lab. Okay, your lab teaching assistant might have given you homework to find it why it is so. I mean, the inputs may be treated by default as 1 or 0 if those inputs are kept floating. Okay, that is the thing, because the chips which are designed, okay, which are manufactured, depends on various logic mechanisms, like what is called as a logic designs. There are various types of logic design. Say for example, I need to implement a NOR gate or NAND gate. There are various ways to implement that. I may go for a MOS design, I may go for a transistor design, I may go for diode transistor design, I may go for resistance transistor design, and so on. That is how logic families are there. Okay, we are going to see them. Like what was the difference between that. But as you were already aware of those ICs, so there was a quick question here that why it would be the case, isn't it? So here we are assuming that the inputs are not kept floating. Okay, we are assuming that there are some past values of the output which are available. Is that okay? Now let's consider the important case here. Let it be 1, 1. Now let me rub all this thing. Rub this. Now please concentrate on here. Okay. Alright. So alright. Let's consider this case. When both the inputs are 1, 1. When both the inputs are 1, 1, okay, now either of this input, either of the OR gate, now this is a OR gate truth table, assume that this one of the input is always 1, one of the input is always 1. What happens if one of the input is always 1, both of them will try to make 0. Okay, so 0 will travel here, 0 will travel there. What if 1, 0 is there? 1, 0 is there? What? Which one? So, okay. Those are variables, na? How is it possible? Assume that I am not giving any names. Now you tell. Names. There is no relation. We were getting that kind of those kind of output. That's why we have labeled them as Q and Q bar. Again, I am saying that I should not have named it as Q and Q bar. Let it be Q and Q. Now, where is the relation method? See, you forget variables. Okay, you treat those. I mean, 1 0 0 1 there है, उसका output simply निकालना है. Let it be 1 1 here. Okay. If either of this input is always 1, the output will always be 0. Okay. Now here I am assuming that both the gates are having the same delay and the outputs are available at the same time. Now these zeros will appear here. Okay. When it is 1 0 or 0 1, output will again be 0 and so on. But what if the gate delays are different? Now it may happen. Now see, because of the manufacturers, okay, no two gates may have the same delay. Okay, although a lot of you may go for see कितना भी आप perfection कर लो, एक time पे delay is something like that is that is not this is highly non-linear thing. Okay, it may fraction of second में भी अगर change हो जाता है तो output change हो जाएगा. Assume that. Now let me rub this first. Okay, assume that this gates shoot first. Okay, 0 1. What will happen here? 0. Again it's 1 0. Again it will be 0. Now switch this inputs to 1 1 from 1 1 to 0 0. Switch the inputs from 1 1 to 0 0. Are you getting what I am saying? Initially the outputs were 0 0. Is it okay? I am assuming that the gates, even if you don't consider the same delay, even if you consider the same delay, the outputs were always 0 0. Now what I am doing is simply switching the inputs. Switching the inputs. क्या switch कर रहा हूँ? No, 0 0 पे. Okay? अभी क्या होगा देखो? यहाँ पे 0 है ना? यहाँ पे भी 0 है. 0 0 ये बोलो. मतलब now it depends on what gates shoot first. Now consider this gates first shoot first. So 0 0 बोलो. यहाँ पे 1 आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे 1 होगा. 0 1. Sorry, 0 here, right? Assume that this gate shoot first. This one. What happens? The 0 was there. Okay, when the 0 was there. Okay, what was the previous wala here? 0. So 0 0 becomes 1 here. Okay, and 1 will travel here. Then that becomes a 0 there. What is happening? It depends on what gate shoot first. So the output is undetermined. I mean, it's like it's forbidden. It's not determined. It's not determined. It can't be determined. हमको थोड़ी पता है कौन सा gate पहले shoot होगा. So, are you getting here? Should I explain again? So is that okay? See, the problem. Let me write that because this is a subtle point which many of the books leaves. So the problem occurs when the inputs as are switches or changes from बोलो अभी आप बोल सकते हो from sorry 1 1 to 0 0 or that is just for explanation. I mean the either way is also fine. 1 1 to 0. What happens here? What is the problem? The problem occurs to बोल दिया. Problem क्या है? Problem is the output is undetermined. Okay, it's like what they say as a it's undetermined. So it depends. Let me write that also. Depends on the gate you use. Is it okay? This is understood. So there is a this output. So let me write the truth table again here. So it is now see. Now I should not see it as a truth table. So what was the truth table? All the combinations of input, whatever the output we were getting, okay, that we were naming as a truth table. But here the outputs are the inputs are always keep changing, right? So there is a sequence which is happening. So it's a characteristics table, or it is called as a, let me write a characteristics table. Let's be in general. Okay. So as so what should I write here? I mean Q. Let it be output or Q. Okay, QA, QB. Let's be in general. QA, QB. So it is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. So here no change or no change. English is not allowed here. So 0 1, will become 1, sorry, it will be 0 or 1. Is that okay? No change. Huh? Oh, no change I should write, yeah. So it will be QA and QA bar. QB should be QA bar. So let it be. I'll write it no change better. Should be 0 0. No change there. No change in the sense what? मैं अगर no change लिखता हूँ तो previous values जो है वो retained रहेगी. So it depends on QA. QA may be 0, QB will be 1. If it is 1, it will be 0, and so on. So if it is 0 1, it will be 1 0, and so on. But yes, okay, yes, but just because, okay, that's what I'm saying. The problem occurs when the input switches from 1 1 to 1 0 0. Inputs can, so it may happen. Output will be constant, right? But what if, just see the circuit here. That's a good question. See here. See, a combinational circuit, which are, there is a memory involved here, right? So the output depends on, on the memory or the combination of the circuits, right? And there is a feedback mechanism here. So we have to make sure that the inputs are not changing, right? So here, let's see. Let's assume here. Let's come back here. When it is, it is 1 1, output is guaranteed to be 0, no problem. But what if, it is suddenly switched between 0 0? When the inputs are suddenly switched, just because it occurs. See, input is a data, right? Input is a data, right? So input may, there may be previous states involved. Now, assume, okay, assume karo ki we have previous states as 0 0. Assume that we have previous states as 0 0. Then, if we switch the inputs, okay, if we switch the inputs, then the problem arises. That means it depends on what gets switched first. Assume that we are not giving any data here. Assume that both the outputs are 0 0. We can assume that. Okay, we can assume that. If we are giving 0, now it depends on what gate gets shoot first. Okay. If this is the one which we are shooting first, okay. So if it's 1 0, it will be it will be 0 here. Okay, it will keep changing, right? And that 0 will come here, and 1 0 will again change that. I mean, it depends on what gate gets shoot first. Now, output is 0 0. Let's say it is 0 0 here. If the input is 1, and we assume that this gate gets shoot first, what is the output here? It is 0. What is the output? Now here it is again 1 1. Assume that it's 1. R is 1. What is 1 0 ka output? Again 0. Right? Now there is not a problem here. But what if this gate gets shoot here first? Okay, this ये gate अगर पहले shoot होता है, मतलब क्या? यहाँ पे 0 है, right? If it is the earlier state, if it was 0 and then it comes 1, so 1 0 output is again 0, isn't it? So the problem occurs when the switching between that happens. When the output states is 0 0, okay, and the input get changed from 0 0 to 1 1, isn't it? I mean, it depends on what gate gets shoot first. And is it understood? Should I explain again? Okay. Let's draw a new circuit. Don't mess the things. S R and let this be QA. Let me not. Let's consider this circuit. Consider this circuit. Okay, just concentrate here. Shanti. Assume that it is 0 0. Okay. Now these are the inputs. Okay. Now ये input जो है, now this has come from this. ये input क्या है? ये input has come from any previous logics, or we may give some any input. Assume this is a normal circuit है ये. ऐसा आपने connect कर दिया. Assume that this is the circuit which we have arranged. Forget about anything, memory वगैरह सब भूल जाओ. When it is 0 0, what is that? What do you expect at the output term? When it is 0 0, yeah, complement of the other input. Now complement may be, so let it be. ये क्या है? Q bar है ना? Q bar का complement. And what is here? Now to avoid dash, let me write a single Q here. Okay, so if it is Q bar, Q here, इसका complement Q है और इसका भी complement Q bar है. Is that okay? This is what you will get the output. Is this okay? Now assume that I am simply switching the inputs to 1 1. I can do that very well. If I am switching 1 0, what happens here? If either of the input is 1, what happens? Output is 0 ना, यहाँ पे 0 आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे बोलो क्या आएगा? Assuming that this is getting switched, okay? यहाँ पे क्या आएगा बोलो? The input is input. See, I'm assuming that it is 1 here. Okay, this is the input here. 0 1. 0 happens here. Again you take it here. Okay, it will go back here. Oh sorry, 0 here. Now you tell me what is the input? 0 here. Switch back to 0 0. Switch back to 0 0. Switch back to 0 0. What happens? Switch back to 0 0. What happens? 0 0. Here it will be 1 will go here. What is 1 0 here? Now this 1 0, right? 0. Okay. Now we have assumed that this gate has switched first, right? Assume that that gate has been switched first. Okay. ये अगर switch करता हूँ तो क्या होता है? देखो. It will be 1 here and a 0. So it depends which gate is switching first. Okay. So that is the indeterminate stage. Okay. When the inputs are getting switched from 1 1 to 0 0, I have written that. When the inputs are getting switched from 1 1 to 0 0, it's not clear what would be the output. The output depends on the gate deals. If one gate switches first, the output may be 0 1, or if the another gate switches, maybe 1 0 and so on. Is it clear? Now is it clear? किसी को समझ में नहीं आया? Yeah.
That means in the other three cases, no matter how the switching is done, the output is.
Yes. Same means. Yeah. S will get reflected at the output Q, and you just remember this truth table. So it will be always 0, it will be always 1 here, and it is undetermined here. Is it understood? Sure. Lecture is done. Let's stop.